Okay, this is Cool Dude Clem here, and if you're watching this video, then your screen is probably broken from my ugly face. So let's look at something that won't break the screen. The trees in bloom. But what's more, this means I found out how to use the YouTube video editor, which is the only way I've got to edit my videos at the moment, since the computer is still being a bitch. However, this thing is being, well, proven to be rather difficult to use because I think these things up here are buttons, and as you can see, they've got no icons or anything on them. I actually have to mouse over these things to figure out what they actually are. That's a bug that I've been recently experiencing with YouTube, actually. No, look at this. Look up here in the corner of the screen, where the YouTube logo should be. Was it gone? Also, my not my subscriptions, but other things. I mean, look at that. There should be icons there, and they're missing. Got some ideas for videos, well, future videos. And I know you're seeing my face really, really close up at the moment. I'm holding the camera far back as possible, and I've got it on the tripod. And I'm holding the tripod out at arm's length with the camera at a really weird angle so I can film myself. But anyway, I have some ideas for some videos. For one thing, the lighting fixture up here is completely messed up. Got the tube out somewhere. There it is. Let's see if the old Slayer exciter still works. If it does, you're going to see a kind of a weird effect in this fluorescent tube. Just making sure that none of these wires are short-circuited. I've kind of made this all with point-to-point wiring. There's the transistor in a little thing, so I can swap it out if it dies. See if the light comes on. The light is not coming on. I don't think we are connecting very good here. Ah, there we go. It's excited it now. Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but yeah, I'm operating the tube on the Slayer exciter. Let's turn the image all sideways. I don't know if you can see it. Don't know how well this is showing up on the camera. But you might be able to see lots of little bands of light in this tube. The light's not solid. It's got these like light and dark bands in it. Well, it's showing up on the camera there. You can kind of see it. It's very weird. So anyway, that's given me one video to do where I try to repair this light fixture and get that going again. It's just a simple thing. One of the contacts in there has kind of slipped out of place, so it's not making contact with the light. Another idea I have is making a video where I upgrade my graphics card. Because tonight I'm going to order an ATI Radeon, no, not ATI, they're, what are they called now, they're AMD. An AMD Radeon HD something or other to replace this crappy GT something. GS 8400 GS, which is absolutely crap. Which I have to overclock when I want to play Sonic Generations with any kind of decent frame rate, which gives me more blue screens than I know what to do with. Anyway, another thing I want to do is make a why I like whatever game video, where I play a game and describe why I like it. What we're looking at here is the analog video output, because this card actually has one of those. So there's a video connector, where I've got a little adapter where I've connected a RCA connector thing to it. And that's running up to the TV's composite input, so I can do a test run. Unfortunately, let's just go to the TV's composite input, which I think is BAV. Help if I point the camera at it. Here we are, BAV. I'll zoom the camera out a little bit. I think that was why I was so zoomed in the first place. As you can see, no colour. Okay, if we go into the television setup wizard, I'll show you that it does have a thing. See, I can select composite output, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, for some reason it's changed the output back to NTSC, but it doesn't matter. It's a multi-region TV, so it'll work. As you can see, still black and white, even though I've selected composite, so I don't think that's going to give me true composite output. I was hoping that this little adapter here would convert the signal to the right format, you know, from S-video to composite, but that doesn't look like that was going to happen. See, what I wanted to do was run a wire from this computer over to this one, and I almost fell over, and use the capture card to record the game footage. But unfortunately it looks like I'm going to have to get a proper S-video cable to do that, which is a bit of a bugger. Okay, wonky vision time. This is the card I want to get. Not a top of the end thing, but better than what I've got in there at the moment. Some of you are saying, oh, go with Nvidia. But if I go with an Nvidia card, you're all going to say, oh, go with AMD. So, can't win anyway. I do want to do some other upgrades to this computer. Gonna go looking for some jobs to see if I can raise enough money to upgrade some other things in here. I want to upgrade the CPU to a Core i5, 2500K Core i5. It should give me really good game performance, but of course that means I'm going to have to get a new motherboard for those. Got my eyes on an ASRock motherboard, cheapo one, just so long as it has an LGA 1155 connector, it'll work. Also, I've heard told you about the graphics card upgrade I'm going to get. Probably have to upgrade the power supply as well to power that lot, and of course get some DDR3 RAM. And get some SATA drives, because the new motherboards don't support IDE, which I think is completely stupid, but what are you going to do? So that's some ideas for future videos straight away. Another idea I've got is I'm going to try to make a Tesla coil out of the Slayer exciter. Actually, you might notice I've wound some more windings on there since you last saw it. In fact, we might be able to see this on the scope now, because that's lowered the frequency low enough so it can be read on the scope. Let's just turn that on. Got this pickup head near it. Actually, I shouldn't have this box of stuff on it while I'm trying to do that. Don't want to cover up the vents. Okay, let's turn it on. And there we go. You can actually see the Slayer exciter's effect on this little pickup head. And you can see the waveform that it's given out. And as you can see, it's an almost perfect sine wave. And I'm not going to touch this while it's on, because I'm getting close to about 1000 volts off this. And I can prove that. If I touch the wire with the screwdriver, you might be able to see a little spark. You can sort of see it. The spark starts at about 1 millimeter away, so that's how I know how much voltage I'm getting off that. About 1000 volts. That bugger all amps. But anyway, what I'm thinking of doing is adding a third coil here. Then making another one of these. And having that powered off a MOSFET. Now, having that third coil connected to the gate of a MOSFET, and having the third coil built exactly the same as this one. And basically this will be like the oscillator for the MOSFET, and this one will be the actual used as a Tesla coil. Maybe the schematic will give you a better idea of the idea I've got. See, over here we've got the regular Slayer exciter, but as you can see, I've added a third coil here, and that's going to the gate of this MOSFET, which I drew incorrectly, so I've had to put some tape over it and draw it again, which is why it looks a bit weird. And that's connected to the primary of the Tesla coil, and there's the secondary right there. And hopefully if I build both of these coils the same, they should have both the same resonance, so whatever frequency this oscillates at, which at the moment, this thing is about 1.8 megahertz. So hopefully, if I build this one the same, it should have the same or very close to that resonance, and hopefully the MOSFET will be able to switch that quickly. And we'll see if it works. I'm not expecting anything spectacular out of it, but if I at least get some plasma from it, that'll be a start. Probably won't work since it's something that I've designed, but we'll see. Looking in this box of parts has reminded me of something I'm going to also do. Going to show you a full bridge flyback driver. That's another thing that's going to come up in the near future. As for the computer I edit my videos on, there are still problems. Excuse the noise coming from downstairs, there's Mum with the girls over. I've tried reinstalling the codec several times and it hasn't helped. Well, it's helped a little bit because one of the files that I've made, which is this one right here, I can now use this in ModPlug Tracker. You may remember this from one of my older videos. I still got that on the hard drive. I didn't even know it was still there, but still. However, files in the... Can you hear that? Sorry for the interruption there, but like I was saying. So you can see this file is absolutely fine, but the other file, see, absolutely nothing. Let's get the properties for those two files. Okay, the first one, camera's AVI, which somehow now works. Properties, there it is. Can you see this? Let's just zoom in a bit better. See right there, motion JPEG. Okay, motion JPEG. Just a codec that I always use when I edit my videos because it's the easiest to work with. Now let's get the properties for this video, the one that isn't showing any picture. Again, you can see it's motion JPEG, so I don't know why that's not working. So I am going to reinstall Windows on this. I'm just going to completely wipe the hard drive on this computer. You know, reformat it. I do need to reformat it anyway because one of the partitions is in FAT32 and I really need it to be NTFS. I don't even know how that happened, but still. Saving all my backup data, backing up all my data and everything, and this stupid piece of crap is not going back on the computer. Oh, look at that. Pressing in too far on the screen like that. So I think that's what screwed up the computer in the first place. My battery's running out now, so I'm just going to leave you with a Sonic YouTube poop that I did. Because I'm absolutely crap at YouTube poops. And I can remember where it is. Show you how crap I am at pooping.
Where? Should have been here by now.
Look already.
Shut up! You're late.
Peter, mas na snow we those lobes at Gilder. Hey. Race Johnston. Oh, Peter, sit in Alphabet. Here and is those new spots yet. Highway.
Enough talk. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll beat up by the good to know all babe. Hey, yo, Sky Levi.
Put him up!
December's doing what it's all roads that.
Shut up!
The email your mouth get your there, please fit out.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
No, you there, right?
between me and me.
I just knew that you'd come here to save me.